Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So I'm back with another video, and in this video we're going to be trying a 12-hour test with the L.A.Girl 1 minute, the L.A.Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. Ooh, yeah. Foundation is from lagirlcosmetics, which is popularly known for their range of concealers. I think I have a wide range of, I don't want to lie, yeah, like 40 They have this illuminating foundation and they have the HD foundation. So I got this foundation from Good Life Pharmacy in Uganda, and it was on sale actually. It was 46,000 and they were having a sale. I think it was about 92,000. So if you do the math, that's about a 75% discount, something like that. They were having a sale and this was among the products for that sale. So this particular foundation comes in only 16 shades.
Just as I thought. Trash.
And we passed that now. Really? Anyway. Rihanna needs to shake some more tables, don't you think? Yeah, so it only comes out in 16 shades and this is the 15th shade. The shade after this is dark cocoa and not dark cocoa, dark chocolate, and they didn't have that in stock. So I decided to go with this one, and at the same time the dark chocolate would be a bit too dark for my skin, but now I'm starting to think it actually would have worked for me. So let's get into the video. I've talked too much. So I already prepped my face with a moisturizer and a primer. For the primer I used my Black Opal Invisible Oil Blocking Gel primer. This is a very good primer, but we'll talk about that another day. So this foundation in particular is very, very red. Yes, it is red. I'm just going to show you swatches. This is the L.A.Girl foundation and it's quite watery, very watery consistency. See that? That is too red. And this is the foundation I use on a daily basis. This is the Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the shade Ebony Brown, and I'm just going to see the difference. Okay, it is quite runny as well, but those are like 10 shades apart. So the shades are totally different. I think one has more of a this foundation really has a really red undertone. So putting on that foundation, I just started with a few blobs just to test it on my face and see, and oof, guys,
I need to take it easy, otherwise I'm gonna lose it.
So I tried blending it out thinking it would be any better, but yeah, it went like that. So I couldn't go on, first of all, using this foundation. It was too red for my skin and I could already see it's going to cause a major flashback. What is flashback? Flashback is that basically I would look like a clown or like a ghost or something like that. That is kind of what my definition of flashback. But yeah, flashback is just a very light product in your face and can be seen, so it just leaves a white cast. So continuing this foundation, I had to mix it up. When I did get this foundation, I put a story on my Instagram, and a friend of mine named Hope, she's a great YouTuber, please go and check her out. She recommended that I have to mix it up. She said it's a very good foundation, but I have to mix it up. So I was like, okay, let me try mixing it up. I was not going to go walking around looking like a clown. So I mixed it with my Black Opal foundation. Did it work? It kind of worked, but we'll see. in with the LA.Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. Yeah, I know it was a very light concealer, but the fact that the foundation was also light, or I know it was a very light concealer, but I kind of needed to put some definition to my face, if you understand what I mean, and brighten up the areas under my eyes, my nose, my chin, and my forehead. So I blended that out and finished. So this is the final look. First impressions, it is medium to full coverage, so you do not need a lot. Although I do think that mixing it with my black opal foundation kind of compromised the whole look, but I don't think it was that much of a difference. Actually, I think it is, because I mixed more of the black opal foundation. So here is just a small clip of what it looked like in natural light. There was no sun. Okay, there was sun, but there was no sunshine. Yeah, the sun was, you know what I mean, so that's how it looked when I was outside. It does look like my skin tone, don't get me wrong guys. In camera it looks really matching. Does it match? Yeah, on camera it looks like it matches really well, but in person you can just see a whole difference. Like, my face was so light, I was actually uncomfortable, but the fact that I really wanted to give this a try, I had to wear it the whole day. So it was about 10 a.m. and we had 12 hours until 10 p.m. to give the final review. So before we reached the 12 hours, I decided to do a 6-hour check. So at 6 hours, the foundation was still on. It still looked good. It still looked really good. I'm not going to complain about that. I barely noticed any creasing. There was no creasing on my smile lines, and it still looked intact. So 12 hours later, the foundation did last the whole day. It went really well, although I wouldn't use this foundation alone just because it's very dark. I did notice there was some creasing on my smile lines, and when it reached about 8 hours, I had to touch up, because first of all it was hot and I was in the sun. Yeah, it was basically very hot, so I did have to touch up my foundation, and I used the black opal invisible, this pressed powder by Black Opal. This is the invisible oil blocking pressed powder. So I kind of had to use that to set my face again, and it worked perfectly. So come 12 hours later, this foundation did really well. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Why? L.A.Girl, you can do better and bring out more shades. 16 shades with all the skin tones in the world. Really? 16? So for this foundation, L.A.Girl released a, what do I call them? Foundation shade shifters, if I might call them that. For the Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Foundation line, there is a white foundation shifter. It's white, and what it's supposed to make the foundation lighter. The website says it's a customizes the foundation by lightening the shade. So if you're making this lighter, really, and you have only 16 shades, that is not going to work for everyone. Although when they did release the HD matte foundations, they came out with a yellow, an orange, and a blue one that all have different roles. So depending on which collection you get, for the matte shades, they do have 24 shades, so that's a step up, really. Yeah. So overall, would I recommend this? Yes.
No.
But no. 50-50. because of the shade range. My worry is just the shade range. Would I use this foundation again? Yes, I would, but only if I get something to make it darker. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what you guys think. In case you guys have any questions, please feel free to DM me on my socials. Let's connect there. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.